Hey, welcome back everyone. It is now July 6th of 2020, and ever since the release of Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker, a lot of fans around the world have been very intrigued about the future of the Star Wars franchise by Disney and Lucasfilm. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you are new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, the one thing about Disney Star Wars is that yes, we do know that they are in a phase of desperation and damage control in order to really get the ball rolling again when it comes to Star Wars, and that Disney's Bob Iger and Bob Chapek are really working very hard together in order to really get things done correctly. Now, we do know that, of course, when we look back at The Last Jedi that released back in December of 2017, since then there's been a great divide between Star Wars fans, maybe even more than a divide. A lot of Star Wars fans, practically all of the original trilogy fans, had a big issue with the portrayal of Luke in The Last Jedi, and exactly how director Rian Johnson treated the overall story. Since then, Star Wars has really needed a lot of fixing, and Bob Iger at one point in time back in 2018 even believed that he didn't really need any fixing when it came to Star Wars, but now he's actually come to terms with it all, that they really can't afford any more failures moving forward. And that's exactly why they really are trying to be very ambitious with Star Wars. They have already, tons of new material coming out for Disney Plus, theatrical releases, video games, comic lineups, and new books and novels that's going to tie into multiple different timelines. I mean, you can see exactly what Disney's trying to do. So, with that being said, of course, what's really exciting all has to do with one specific project, and that is, of course, the Rise of Skywalker sequel series, where, of course, now with the Skywalker saga now over, in the form of movies at least, both Disney and Lucasfilm are now focused on their new Star Wars trilogy of films, as well as the new Star Wars universe. Now, both Bob Iger and Bob Chapek are currently very hard at work on developing multiple plans in order to reunite the fans around the world to create a better future for the Star Wars brand. However, though they have over 10 years worth of Star Wars projects in the works for Disney Plus alone, one of the projects in the Rise of Skywalker sequel series, in which the animation style is actually described to be very lifelike and similar to the Old Republic video game cutscenes. The series is set to follow the story of Rey Skywalker as a Jedi Master, where Rey will learn more lessons through the legend of the Prime Jedi, which was a piece of unexplored and unexplained canon by Rian Johnson in The Last Jedi that will be expanded in the new expanded universe by Jon Favreau, Dave Filoni, and others. Additionally, it's noted that Rey's growth and power will be similar to the Star Wars Legends version of Luke and his growth of power in those stories. Now, the series is also set to bring a return of all the iconic Force ghosts like Luke, Anakin, Mace Windu, Qui-Gon Jinn, and others, and that Lucasfilm has been in the talks with even actor Liam Neeson to come back as a voice actor for the character of Qui-Gon. Now, also it's described that the series will tap into the worlds between worlds, where Rey will explore the concept of time travel to learn about the past to become a knowledgeable Jedi. So, the introduction of the Worlds Between Worlds began with Star Wars Rebels, and Dave Filoni essentially released the concept of time travel in Star Wars. A lot of fans had issues with this, but also a lot of fans really embraced the idea and really actually welcomed it. I, however, am one of them. I love the Worlds Between Worlds. I love the concept of how Ezra Bridger was able to pull Ahsoka Tano through that portal and save her from getting killed by Darth Vader. I think it was an amazing moment, and the fact that you hear all the voices, such as Kylo Ren and Yoda and Rey in the distance in that episode, it's just so well put together. I do suggest that you guys go ahead and check out that episode, The Worlds Between Worlds of Star Wars Rebels. It really opens up your eyes of what Star Wars could really explore, and that's exactly what they want to do with this new untitled animation Star Wars TV series that's going to be a Rise of Skywalker sequel. So, the thing about this is that it's also going to tap into the iconic Force Ghost playing a major role with the character of Rey, and how Rey is going to actually learn more from the Prime Jedi. Now, the Prime Jedi, let's talk about this. Now, this Prime Jedi was considered to be the first of the Order in the official Last Jedi visual dictionary. We really didn't learn all that much about that character. Rian Johnson didn't really explore it. But if you go ahead in the first Jedi Temple, you do see that little mosaic on the ground where Luke and Rey are sitting in that cave. It's right around there they're actually sitting on the mosaic, and that is the Prime Jedi, the first of the Order. So we're going to be learning more about that specific character in this series. It's going to be quite an interesting tale to tell by Disney. Now, what do I think about this sequel series? You know, honestly, I'm really impressed the fact that they want to explore lifelike animation that's going to look more like the old Republic video game cutscenes. That's definitely going to be a major difference to what we already got with the Clone Wars and Star Wars Rebels, where that has a more cartoony look to it, right? A not realistic design. Where now we're going to have that bridge between live action and animation, where they're going to use the actors' faces to actually provide facial scans to really actually animate themselves in a lifelike fashion. That to me sounds very interesting, and I think that's going to make it feel a little bit more authentic to fans. So with that being said, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.